Hello and welcome
Hello.
to the
You
spa.
don't sound like that at all.
I got that a bit wrong. Never mind, it's all good.
Hello.
Today we have a very serious question.
We do.
It's so serious. We're going to be talking some hardcore home truths today. Today's episode in the spa is all about hair and what we've been doing about it in lockdown when we can't have hairdressers.
H-A-I-R as opposed to here as an X with
Oh, can you
here.
put that bag? I've closed that door twice.
No, it keeps opening.
It's
Do,
like,
do, 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 do. There's a ghost in your...
it's got a hair attached.
Try one more.
Okay.
So everyone, what have we been doing about our hair? So if you can tell, my hair has had nothing done to it, which is why I'm extremely grey at the moment.
Are you tempted to let it go grey?
I'm tempted. I hate dyeing my hair. I find it really, really annoying. But I don't think I'm ready to be completely grey yet because it ages you really badly. Like,
Does it?
I reckon.
Does it really?
Yeah, I feel like it does.
Shara and I don't know, do we, Shara? You know what?
Up.
I cannot believe you two have not got grey hair.
Well, I've got a few.
I've got a few at the back.
Can't see them.
But I'm very lucky.
They hide.
But then you dye your hair all the time, Shah. Like I would if I had natural hair.
It's permanent, so it's all washed out. And
You've got such a nice hair colour. I can't believe.
There's definitely a few, but I'm very. It's a genetic loss.
Genetics, baby. Yeah. Luck of the draw.
Like both my grandparents weren't really grey at all when they were in their 80s. It's just
my mum was grey by 35.
Yeah.
My mum was grey, but my father wasn't. He started to go grey when he was nearing his 80s.
Mm.
That was because he was sick, I think.
So Cheryl, this is the question that I have for you. What happened to your hair? What did you do to it?
I've been cutting it. And actually, it's
that's why it's crooked on one side.
Well, yeah, it's very crooked all over the place. But it's anger. It's anger because it kept flicking into my eyes, and it ended up like this big bush. And I was like, I just can't deal with it. So
it's not like you haven't had enough else to deal with, right? So the hair thing would just push you over the top.
Just pushed me over the limit.
Wow.
Yeah. I was a little bit stressed that day, and I thought something's got to give. It's going to be the hair.
Hey, at least you didn't have like a razor.
Yeah, you could do a Britney Spears.
Well, Peter wanted me to do a Britney Spears on him, and I was like, I'm not giving you a number one. I'm sorry.
Well, I did cut my husband's, and I'm not sure. I'll have to check if that was wise or not when he's actually washed it, and we'll see what happened. Because I'm not a professional.
No.
My sister's going to be horrified because she was a hairdresser.
Don't try this at home, people.
So I wonder if Zoe dyed her hair blue the other day using food colouring. And it made me wonder how, it didn't last long, it was fine. But it looked kind of cool. I was thinking we should have dyed it blue at the beginning of this whole thing, and then she could have blue hair for a while. Because I'm feeling sure the school would have issues. I don't know. I could be making that up. But
no, they don't worry about that thing down your way, do they, Trudy? It's all pretty.
Really? We're going there?
I didn't even hear that. What did she say?
She was making Cambridge jokes.
Like they would worry about it down there.
She'd fit in right well down there, eh?
Yeah,
All
the
the
pastoral
blue-haired people.
scene.
I cut my fringe.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well done.
yeah, I did.
Food. Where's your fringe?
I got a box dye because I couldn't stand the greys any longer, and it was like offending me, so I can only imagine how bad it was. I kept going into the mirror, and Blake would go, what are you doing, mate? And I'm studying it to see if I could handle it if it grows out. And he said, do you think that's a nice grey for you to grow out? And I said, no, it's hideous. It's not a gentle, soft grey like Trudy's. It was like this dark steel grey, and it was hideous, and it wouldn't have worked at all. So I got a box dye, and then I thought, well, I've been wearing a really fetching hairdresser's clamp in my hair, holding the fringe back, because like Cher, I was getting to the stage.
Your angry haircut too.
Yeah, and it wasn't nice, and I kept forgetting it was in there. And when my husband came home, and he was like, "Oh, lucky clip, dude," I had it on when I zoomed the kids, and the kids were like, "Mum, what is that? What is that going on there?
What is that?"
Oh, bad. And so I went to the kitchen and thought I had a really sharp pair of little scissors, but they weren't sharp. And they were big scissors, like that you would cut quite a large thing with.
Oh, that'd be delicate.
And actually, what they did is they gnawed through my lip. It was a really slow process, and I was like,
You think that's good for your hair to
Oh,
have
I
big
don't
blunt
know.
scissors gnawing through
right,
that?
as you can tell, it's like sort of. I've gone for a very fetching, shaggy, jagged sort of.
Yeah.
It actually looks fine. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
One thing I was scared about was ending up with a mullet, I have to say. Or a bowl cut, like your mother
Those
used
of
to
you
do.
who don't know what a mullet is, it's party at the back and the short at the front. Yeah. So
And it's not good. Zoe gave herself a mullet. Talking about Zoe again, she gave herself a mullet when she was about 3. It was the most hideous thing. She chopped it off at the sides, left it long at the front, chopped it off at the top, got herself a pixie cut.
I think
Out of that
all
lot.
the kids
You
have
doing anything,
had a
Michelle?
go at that.
I'm trying my fringe, but I've got like the professional scissors because I always fancy myself as a bit of a, DIY hairdresser, particularly when the kids are little. And so I actually bought a hairdressing set of, stuff.
I'd be too scared. I'm too scared.
Is the scissors, you got to have really sharp scissors and really fine scissors and go really, really, really slowly, And I love watching YouTube hair how-to videos and stuff like that. So
I've heard that those clippers are quite addictive.
yeah, well, I never used the clippers. I was always,
Yeah.
my son, my two granddaughters, who are 5 and 3, actually cut their father's hair with the help of.
wow, that's brave.
And I just said, "How was that?" He said, "There is nothing scarier than a 3-year-old coming out with you." To be fair,
That's pretty desperate kind of lockdown behaviour, to be honest with you.
We're so bored. Let's give this a go.
my son-in-law decided to cut my grandson's hair, and by the end of it, the grandson was like this, trying to get away because he had the oldest set of clippers ever, and no, just one at a time.
Have you seen that? Have you seen that meme that's going around? And there's these two like kids haircuts during the lockdown, and one was a little boy a 7-year-old boy had given his like 3-year-old brother a haircut, and the 3-year-old had said, "Give me an old man cut," and I think he meant like a grown-up cut, but this brother gave him an old man cut in that he buzz cut it all around the top and left it long at the bottom like he was bald. And he had it was hideous. Oh my god.
That's one for the 21st, isn't it?
Yeah, so I was tempted to maybe do something like that on Peter.
We've got a decent joke somewhere today, haven't we, too?
Well, I never know how you feel about them, Wendy, but it's not a bad one, I think.
Anything that comes out of your mouth is wisdom to me, mate.
Give me a break.
Well, this joke is actually on point.
Okay.
So how does the man on the moon cut his hair?
Don't know.
He clips it.
Yeah, that's right.
We are so funny. I
just
don't know why
wanted to
people.
have my first real coffee.
You what?
Yes.
Got a real coffee.
Have
I queued from down the road and got a real coffee. First one
today.
Yeah.
in 952 weeks. It was great.
I had one.
So good.
I had one on Sunday.
Yeah.
I have not had any coffee because I
me
do not
neither.
like it. Sam, I am.
You can't get involved in this, mate.
I know well, coffee's gross. I don't know
Not
why
at
you're even
yet.
worried
Don't
about it.
understand, Trudy. When you grow
Don't.
up,
I don't understand.
When you grow up,
when
we'll
you're a
talk.
big girl. Yeah.
When she comes to the big smoke, we'll get her a coffee and show her how it is.
Yeah, how to drink it. It's
You
gotta
can
be
have
a
chocolate
real
on it.
I've tried drinking coffee, like mochas, right? Because
Yeah.
I thought, yeah, that's me. I'm a mocha, like, a bit of chocolate. It buzzes me out, man. I just go crazy.
Oh, gee.
Oh, don't
I
do it.
cannot.
Any more crazy is not a good
No.
thing. Right?
Oh,
Exactly. You do not want more crazy out of me.
No.
Like,
when
I
I
did
was
not know that.
when I was little, I used to eat coffee powder sandwiches, like instant coffee sprinkled on bread and butter sandwiches. So I have a high tolerance for
That's it.
wrong.
solid food choices.
I bet the teachers were really impressed.
Well, this was on the day when, probably
Half the kids had
quite a while
bread
ago.
and
So, yeah, I mean,
some of them had Dayton Marmite sandwiches. Other ones had fairy
the
sprinkles.
last thing you're worrying about is a bit of instant coffee on your sandwiches.
Yeah, true.
You probably had a Coke in your bag in it.
Can,
No,
of course.
never.
Maybe you're quite weird.
Great.
Maybe you should move to Cambridge.
I don't know this view or this vision you have of Cambridge, but it is not correct.
We love Cambridge.
We love Cambridge. We're just taking it out of you, mate, because we can.
Yeah.
Three of us.
I am aware. I am aware.
I think we probably talked ourselves to death.
I think we have. You're probably sick of our hair.
We hope you're all well.
I've got a
Yes.
question though. I've got a question. So if you were, so we're kind of planning on doing this once a week because I don't know, we are.
With our own voices.
Would you like us to talk about really, groundbreaking things like haircuts and that kind of stuff, or is there any other topics that you would like us to address?
Fair enough.
It was just
Hope you're
suggestions.
well. Hope
Like
you're
what
all
other topics? Give some
I
examples.
don't know, the meaning of life. How
I am
to
not talking about the meaning of life, honestly.
navel gazing for beginners. I don't know.
Please,
Oh,
no one
that's
suggests the
your
meaning of
podcast,
life.
Hannah.
Because she will make us talk about the meaning of life, and I don't want to.
Book of the week, word of the day, that kind of stuff.
Word of the
What
day.
we're watching, that kind of stuff. Or we could
Okay.
just rabbit on like we normally do.
I think rabbiting
right.
it
I
seems
think we've
easier.
probably written it out about now.
Anyhow, thank you
All
for
right.
All right,
subscribing.
thank you all.
Well, see you soon.
Bye.